Now, in this second part of the video, we will see how to use commands, and what are the sample commands that we can run is the ls command. Before we do that, we need to understand that in Linux, everything is a file. That is, even the monitor is a file, the keyboard is a file, as that is from the perspective of the operating system. And what you see here on my screen is the terminal. So terminal is a shell. It's a program that receives the commands that you give it, and then it executes those commands. So for example, there is a command called ls which will list all the files. Ls is a short form for list, but there's no such thing as list. It means ls. Okay, so it just lists out all the commands that all the files that are there in your directory. So if my current directory is how do I find the current directory? You can type pwd and it says this is my current directory. Okay, and if I type ls, it will show all the files that are there in the current directory. Now these are the commands, this ls and pwd. These are programs which are existing as a command, which we use as a command, and they have a particular job. They do that and return the output to the terminal, and this is the terminal. Okay, and this terminal is also a file. The reason I'm insisting so much in trying to see everything as a file in Linux is because that makes the things a little easier. For example, there's a command called cat. It's actually a short form for concatenate. So it will cat anything that you type to the screen, right? Suppose I just type the cat command, and I'll say there's a file named hello.c. So what I do is I'm saying that, okay, look, there's a command called cat, and that accepts a parameter. This is an option that you can give. So you say that, okay, cat is the command, this file, cat this command file hello.c to the terminal. So if I just cat hello.c, it will output whatever is written in hello.c, right? There's a command called echo, and echo will echo anything that you type in. Nothing great of echo if you use it from the command line directly, but you can use that in a script. It can help you to debug the code at a certain point of time in the program, in your shell script. Okay, then the next thing that I want to show you is the option called, I'm not sure if this online version has this. It doesn't have. Yes. Okay, the online version doesn't have. So what I'll do is I'll just say info. You can, if you don't know about a command, just use the info command and then pass the next command. For example, info is a command, right? And I say that you need to pass ls. So you don't know what ls does? Just run info ls. So here it says the ls program lists information about files and the types and directory, blah blah blah, and then you can press Ctrl F. Okay, it doesn't go by Ctrl F. Or you can press page down in info, and you can read more about it. There is another command called man, which is a short form for the manual. You can say man ls, and this has a different layout, and it says it's a shorter description of the command. Here you can use Ctrl F and go forward in the line and read about it. So there are many things, many options available, and Ctrl B is to go back. I'm pressing Ctrl B to go back. You can use a page up arrow, and the down page up as well. Now these are the arguments. These are the arguments to along with yeah, you can see that these are the mandatory arguments to long options are mandatory for short options too. See this one, my hyphen a. If you pass an option, it will show even the hidden files. Let me show you hyphen L. Yes, L. Use a long listing format. Let's see how to use this. So I'll press escape and quit. Q is for quit. Okay, and here I'll just type ls, and it said that I can give an option like ls-l. So it lists out all the file that I have, and I'll clear my screen. I go back to this terminal and I type ls, and then I'll show you ls-l. If you okay, ignore these error. This is an error from the site which I'm using, the Linux terminal. It's not my own terminal. So what I want to show you is this part, that it lists out the same file. You had DOS as a file, right? Now you have a DOS file as well, and here you have a longer format. So the same file, for the same file there's a longer description. We will get into the description of what all these means, what are the permissions, which groups they belong to in the next video. But right now I want to introduce you with the few commands that I have. So let's understand a copy command.